So, what other issues, challenges do we face? Although I already gave you examples, you need to find other challenges. This is only few of them. Okay, anyone? Make something different. Yes, unity.
Thank you, Professor. So, in my opinion, we have challenges that it's not everyone, it's not health student understand about this important thing, and I think we still stand in our understanding by ourselves. It's not like interrogating our thing in one vision. And after this session, I just know about the correlation between climate change and the health, because all of this time I am an environmentalist in my city. Before I come to health faculty, then I just know that everyone who in environmental activities just know that climate change is about animal, about the ice, and about the forest. But after I come to medical, there's no climate change issue that when I come to the medical faculty. But in here, I just realized that what we doing all of this time, the environmentalists that have a same correlation with the health side, actually. So I think they are not really understand about what the correlation between the environmental and health. So they still work by themselves, not work together. That's all.
Okay, so the challenge that you face is that you was in the environmental activities, but
yes.
when you entered into the medical school,
yes,
it's all gone.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
all gone. And the precious moment is when you were in the universities. But then, and when you graduate, if you didn't involve in this global health through leaders training, then probably your mindset is saying that, okay, I have to talk about medical things, not the environmental things. Since you mentioned about the ice, snow, animals, etc., now I want to listen to our dear friends from Papua who have the environment. I want to see the challenges that you face. Anyone from Papua would like to say anything? Although I'm close to you, I'm seeking for the other Papuans. Where is the other Papuans? So do you want to say something, or you want to say something? You, or I? You. Good.
Okay. Well,
Wait. Her name is Chitra, and she is from responsibility. So she is responsible to make the Chitra of the Papua of a pleasant place, of a sustainable development. And we want to listen to your view in terms of challenges being there. Okay.
okay, well, in Papua, of course, maybe all of you know, in Papua, the environment is more nature and really traditional, and the issues that we face more in Papua until now is, of course, increases of malaria, and it's probably year by year it can be minimalized the patient. Yeah, maybe because the environment is the forest and everything is more nature. The mosquitoes is, how can
Those are what you just say, it's public health issues, challenges. What about outside what we, in our arena, outside our arena, our field? The challenge is outside our field.
maybe Papuan people is not really open-minded about something new. So the
Why?
challenge is
Why? Why?
because they trust that their traditional mind is the best way to lead them to maybe achieve their goal of everything.
Is this about culture?
For everything, health,
Yeah, but that's about the culture that they
Yeah.
have? Or it's about education?
education, and culture. They are
Which one is more important, culture or education?
culture.
Culture? Are you sure? Not education?
Education. For me, education, but for them is for me education is more important, but for them is culture more important. So
What about if they have the luxury to go to the elementary school, high school, university, and even higher, and still have holding their culture? Do you think still a challenge for you of Papua to have still with the glacier, with the animal, with the forest?
high school student, elementary, all of them live in city, not in the village. They are open-minded, but they, all of them that stay in the village is
Close-minded.
Yeah, close-minded.
If you provide educations to the people who live in the village, then probably they have an open mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
we it hurts to make them to open their minded because of the cultures that they hold from the
Okay? You can see that she stops there. It's fine, but she stops there. If you see that is a challenge to educate people in the villages because of their, you said about the culture, you have to make sure that they have the opportunity to open their minds by providing the educations. If you provide the education, they will open their minds. But if you let them like what they are now, then that is the challenge. The challenge is that no one in Indonesia, no one, the leader in Papua, who can provide educations for Papuan to conserve their nature while maintaining the development for themselves, right? They are only a victim of underdeveloped. Those have minings and everything so that we can explore the minings, but disregarding the environment. So we have to find the technology, we have to find the good planners of the development so that they can keep the environment while also have the development. So if you expect a president like Trump to lead Papua, so let's make industry for other people outside Papua. And you never give opportunity for the Papuans, to develop themselves and to lead. And that's why we invite you. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Yes, unity.
Okay, thank you. Well, I will talk about animal science or animal husbandry thing. So this is like a contradictive issue that I have to face as the undergrad student from animal science. Well, we will talk about how to increase human consumption, especially in animal protein. Like we have to increase beef cattle industry or something that animal protein kind like goat or sheep or something. But if we talk about human health and also about environmental, that because of like the waste, like the urine when the beef cattle or the dairy cows increasing in the world, but it will be affected to the climate change. So when we want to increase the meat, especially in the beef meat, but we have to think also about the climate change, the global issue right now. So like maybe I want to hear your opinion about that between animal, human, and also the environmental when we talked about human consumption. Thank you.
Okay, good. I ask you, but then you ask me. Okay, but this is an open-minded issues. When you're talking about livestock, the beef consumptions, you want to increase the level of protein consumptions in the world. So it means that we need to improve or to increase the cattle populations in the world. Do you know that the cattle needs animal feed, right? Not only grass, green grass. They need concentrates in their feed. Do you know what is the content of the animal feed? The main content of the animal feed, which is rich in protein. What is it? No. It's corn. Corn. Do you eat corn too? Yes. Now the technology in the world is trying to convert corn into fuel. Which one we want to satisfy first? Human, animal, or environment? You can check in the FAO data that you will not be able to increase the livestock in the world because of the supply of the corn in the world. Because of the human settlement, they convert the lands, and there is a competing consumptions for corn. But if you want to have more beef, more livestock, you need to have more concentrates, you need to have more corns, and if you want to have the industry, you need to have fuel, then you have to prevent the corns to be converted into fuel. But then means you are against the industrialization. But if you don't provide sufficient corn to the animal, you're preventing the human to get good source of protein. Do you want to eat insect as a source of protein? You would say no, no, no. But in the nature, insects, which is not far from here, only 50 kilometers from here, you can find in Gunung Kidul where people eat insects. And you see the protein content of the insects is much higher. That's the alternative source of protein. But if you eat too much, it will make an imbalance of the nature as well. You see, all about balance. So did I answer your question? Yeah. So it's very interconnected, and it's not local, it's global. So it's very global. So that's why it's important.